Hey guys, Speedoz here, and today I bring you a new video about a Consecrated Path character. I've never played Consecrated Path before, and I was thinking about using a few uniques that were being lying around. Not many people were playing with these items, and a few of those are very cheap as well. Some of them are unique and new, and they come from Maven, so why not making basically a salad of new things to play around with, right? So this character is a Slayer. We've reached level 90, and the skill I'm using is Consecrated Path, like I told you. Basically, how you play this skill, you lip slam around so you can gain Fortify and also a few endurance charges on hit, because we are using the Arn's Anguish belt. This belt is very nice. I bought this for 10 chaos with the implicit corrupted. And I'm not sure why people are not using this belt often, because it gives brutal charges instead of the endurance charges, and each brutal charge gives us 3% chance to deal triple damage, and triple damage overrides double damage. So if you try to build, or if you thought of building around with double damage along with the triple damage, don't do it. Mark already stated that triple damage overrides the double damage mechanic. But if you stack enough frenzy charges, you can have plenty of endurance charges, and instead of gaining endurance charges, you'll gain brutal charges with this belt, and then having plenty of chance of triple damage. Why and how we do that? We are using the Slayer Ascendancy, and Masterful Form allows us to have our maximum endurance charges equal to our maximum frenzy charges. Therefore, our plan is to get as many frenzy charges as possible. At this moment, I'm having a maximum of 7 frenzy charges, and like I told you, our maximum endurance charges is the same, so 7 endurance charges, and with this belt we gain brutal charges instead of endurance charges. So the build is around this idea, and we are using a few uniques that are not very popular at this moment, like Replica Here is Truth. It is nice because it gives us physical damage, cold damage to attacks, multiplier, cold damage that does life, and also a level 22 hatred with 50% less mana reservation, costing at this moment 15 chaos. Very cheap in my opinion, and a very budget option, or even a endgame option, depending on how you want to build your character. Also, I'm using the Void Forge, a sword I've never used before, but it's quite nice because we deal only elemental damage, and we cannot deal any sort of non-elemental damage such as physical or chaos. And we are dealing basically fire and cold damage only. Also, we are using the Trinity support, which is very nice because of the resonance and the more elemental damage and the elemental resist pain. So it has been a lot of fun to play along with this build. On the POB, you can also find relevant information about the gear. You can find at the bottom left your leveling tree, the suggested tree that I did for you guys. On the notes section as well, a few leveling gems that you can use, the Pantheon, Bandits, and the Ascendancy Order that you can use as well. On the skills, you also have all the skills here that you are using. Aspect of the Cat on our gloves, Hatred from our amulet, Tentacle Whip from the ring, and also Assassin's Mark from the ring. Our items here as well, a rare helmet with life resist nearby enemies take increased physical damage modifier from the Elder Influence. Also the Fahulsfur. The initial idea was to use the Replica's Fahulsfur, but the replica one is costing at this moment 50 exalts, only the chest, and I'm going to do this with you guys. I'm not going to spend 50 exalts on a single chest. If you were, you could use the replica's chest, and then instead of the Enduring Cry gem, you could use the Seismic Cry gem to have even more damage, but it's all up to you whether you're gonna spend that much currency on the build. We're using a increased damage with hits against 2 enemies, not mandatory obviously, but also a level 20 aspect of the cat. we are using these boots that I used on previous builds, mainly because it gives us plenty of resist and movement speed and life. The amulet, like I told you, Mark of the Elder, because of the nice attack damage there, which means that our other ring must be a shaper one with Assassin's Mark on hit. And the belt, like I told you, that drops from the Maven. The flasks are very regular. The jewels are basically life, resists, and increase the damage with swords to hand melee weapons. Could be global critical strike multiplier, and any sort of the multiplier that could work on our build. And our Lethal Pride, which is a Lethal Pride under Akoya influence, and this makes any keystone on this radius become the Chain Breaker. By using the Chain Breaker, we can regenerate rage if we are not hitting an enemy. So this is why our rage is at maximum here. So whenever you are lip slamming around, you'll be able to gain endurance charges by using the endurance charge on melee stun. You also gain the fortify, which is a nice defensive mechanic. You will be able to keep pressing your enduring cry, so you can regenerate enduring cry around the monsters as well. Then when you face the boss, you can place your Ancestral War Chief, your Ancestral Protector, use your Blood Rage, and then out of the sudden, if you're fighting a Conqueror, so you can recharge all of your rage, you can then press your Berserk, and then you gain a lot of damage against the boss. Alright, so basically the idea was to use a few cheap uniques, a new unique, and then use a skill that is not very popular in this meta. Alright, so I would say this is a semi-flicker or a initial path initial path to the flicker skill itself. If you want to play the flicker, you can play Consecrated Path before going to it, or just go with flicker and then change a few things on the build, such as the sword. You could use something else. Alright, so it's really up to you. I just wanted to give you guys an idea of how Consecrated Path is working along with these items nowadays. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you very much for watching, and see you next time. Pointless.
What's this? A real challenge. You've finally caught my attention.
Tem um professor que só aceitava a turma e chegava na sala e mandava só decepção, bicho. A RNG tá lá em cima, pô. Ela mandou, ué, tu não criava maneiras de resolver os problemas da aula? Criou maneiras de não reprovar. É foda. Why fun? What's the point? Salve, mano. Ontem eu zerei o joguinho apenas um orb pra pegar o Red Hunter. God, velho. GG. Ancient Orb, é isso? Aí só alegria, hein? Aí só alegria. Ele fica bem lento, hein, mano, tomando tio. Dá muito tio essa build. Olha. O cara nem se mexe. Porque tem o Arctic Armor. E ainda tem o dano de gelo que a gente dá. Salve. Salve do Echo. Que é? Nem só de vitórias vive o caminho consagrado.
I can't do this just yet.